Hello, this is War of Vespine Gas here, and I'm gonna attempt to do a replay here. This is the first time I've ever done a replay, basically a commentary on a replay, so if anyone would like to tell me how it went and leave any feedback, that would be great. And this is gonna be Wondrous 1 on Python. If I'm gonna just reveal the map, if some people don't know Python, I would have to say you have not played StarCraft if you don't know Python. But just in case, there it is. The bases are on the outside and a big open space in the middle. I think that's good. And we have more Vespine Gas versus Dr. Sieg. So Vespine Gas is the Protoss in the what that would be the 8 o'clock position, and in the 2 o'clock position we have Dr. Sieg as the yellow Terran. Okay, so about the skill level of the players, I would say both are around D+, so this is not a really a spectacular game, as in the skill level you see is probably nowhere near if you watch other replays, but I think it would be interesting to watch, and I'm going to try and commentate it anyways. So we have a standard build time for the Protoss, scouting in the wrong direction. He's going to scout the 7 o'clock base first. The Terran also has standard timing as the supply depot, and then followed by the barracks shortly after, I would assume, to make a Wallen. And yes, there it goes. Also scouting the wrong direction, but the cross positions are not really expected to be scouted in the right direction in the beginning, so this is to be expected. Scouts pass each other, and the Terran will scout the 7 o'clock position, while the Protoss is about to scout the 2 o'clock position. The refinery is already down, and the wall is complete, so there's not going to be any harassment done by the probe or scouting. Also, there's a probe on the ramp to stop the Terran scouting. Cybernetic score is going down, so it's standard timing for the Protoss, just a standard build. And the Terran looks like is going pretty standard as well. Probe getting in a few hits here, but not really going to accomplish much. And let's see if the Terran can get into the base of the Protoss. And he hasn't even realized there's something blocking the ramp yet, so he's just gonna run around for a bit. Okay, so the second pylon inside the base of the Protoss, so definitely no hidden tech going on really early. And ooh, the probe going down, so that's a mistake by the Protoss, letting the probe die that early. He could have went back to the mine some minerals and live a longer and happier life. Looks like that SCV managed to taunt the probe and is gonna run into the base with just 5 health. That's a really good play by the Terran. He's gonna get some nice scouting in, seeing everything is standard, and probably gonna keep that SCV alive for no time at all. Okay, that probe polishes it off, and I think he's gonna go back to mine some minerals. Or actually, he has enough money now to put down an expansion, which is, I think, what he's going to do. So it's gonna be a really, really early Nexus. And the SCV hasn't scouted it because it was about the right timing for the range to start upgrading, as well as a second gateway going down. So it could have been a 2 gateway play, but it's actually going to delay the range and additional units to put that Nexus down really quickly. Meanwhile, the Terran is playing one fac. It looks to be one fac siege expand, probably. Engineering bay going down to be safe, protecting against DTs. Early DTs, maybe an early drop by the shuttle. And it looks like the Protoss is going pretty standard with the 2 gate. Range is still, I'm pretty sure range hasn't upgraded yet, and it should be spinning now. He should save up enough money to upgrade the range, but it looks like he's not doing that right now. So these are not range upgraded goons going out. Okay, so starting just now, so it's actually really late. We're already 4.5 minutes into the game, and by the time it finishes, we're going to be pretty far along. We'll see if this actually hurts him or not, because goons without range are actually pretty weak, and don't outrange anything else that the Terran can throw at him, like Marines and Vultures. So it makes dancing really hard. That scout didn't make it past the goons. And it looks like Terran's gonna... Maybe this is a fake double. It looks like the tank's coming out and the vulture is going, so... I think that, yeah, the Terran's just gonna push back the Protoss units a little bit to buy him some time to set up his own expansion. And he has actually enough minerals to do it now. I think that's the SCV going to do it now. But the Protoss expansion is already done. He should be transferring some workers momentarily. At least hopefully. And Vulture goes down. Set a couple mines though, and Robo is not even... Okay, Robo is just starting, so that'll hold back the Protoss a while longer. Still no probe transfer. And no probes being made at the Nexus. I think he hasn't realized it's done yet. Goons being pumped from the gateways. And that scout is not going to live very long at all. Meanwhile, at the Terran base, we have only... okay, so the second fact is going down now. Matching the 3 gateways the Protoss has, so this is about even. But crucially, his expansion is way delayed. And okay, now the probe transfer has done, and they're on the wrong side of the minerals. Not that they know that. And he has begun saturating them before the Terran has even finished his expansion. So that's putting the Protoss a little bit ahead. But if the Protoss doesn't grab a 3rd expansion, if the Terran manages to stop him from doing it, and builds up enough forces to push out, then the Protoss will be in quite a bit of trouble. The Vulture's over here to scout for this expansion, and I think he's going to go and scout over here pretty soon, just to make sure the Protoss isn't sneaking an early 3rd, which would leave him vulnerable to an attack. And we have the observatories just finished, so the observers should be arriving pretty soon to help clear out the mines and make sure there's no annoying vultures basically mining up the field and preventing movement for the Protoss forces. Still 2 factories for the Terran. Looks like maybe a 3rd going down now. Yes, that's a 3rd factory. And still 3 gateways for the Protoss. Just pumping goons at the time. No tech that I can see. Citadels, target gates for arbiters. No Robo Bay, so it looks like he's just gonna pump goons with some observers. Maybe until he even grabs his 3rd expansion. And then maybe tech up to something else. Well, the Terran seems to be putting down more factories. I don't think this is enough factories to do a timing push. I think that's just to keep up with his resources and keep making tanks for when he needs them to move out with the Vulture support. The Vulture has mined up these expansions and is blocking the ramps, so there won't be any expansions going down here for the Protoss, but he might expand in the bottom over here. And I think the Terran should probably scout it with something. The observer's finally done, but this missile turret might actually shoot it down. Nope. Okay, so it survives, and it's seeing exactly when the Terran's gonna push out. And this observer sees the mine over here, so I think he's gonna probably clean it up momentarily.